Welcome to another photo adventure out at the Salt Lake County landfill. Just kidding, but kind of. Behind me is the county landfill. In front of me is the Lee K Wildlife Bird Management Area. And I'll turn that around so you guys can see. Woo! There we go. It's pretty crazy. You go from basically gross dump area to this. And we're gonna go see if we can find some birds. We're gonna check this area first, then we're gonna head up north. So enjoy. I always end up in this area in December for God knows why. It's actually one of the hidden gems of Salt Lake County. Not a lot of people know about it because you think of this like far northwest region of Salt Lake County as the landfill area, like the dump. That's where all the garbage goes. In fact, there's a lot of funny maps that people have made memes out of Salt Lake County, which include this area on the map as the industrial wasteland. But there is this wildlife management area that is pretty popular with hunters. They come out here to train their dogs on, bird hunting, ducks, things like that. But it's also a popular area for birds of prey, especially right now, the winter time is eagle season in Utah, so you'll see bald eagles a lot perched up on these big power poles because it is the dump. So what's at the dump? You have all sorts of rodents, rats, mice, raccoons, although I wonder if eagles hunt raccoons. That'd be interesting. There's also fox out here, and then just a whole plethora of other birds. Although right now, being winter, most of your other birds have migrated down south. But hopefully we catch some sort of birds of prey, which right now, I already see a bald eagle. I'm gonna turn this around. He's way over here, up on that power pole there. Sitting up there. Let's go see if we can get a photo of him. I doubt you guys can see him from right here since this is so far away, but he's definitely perched up there. Now, bald eagles in the birding community are either really exciting for some people or other people are kind of just sick and tired of them. Last time I was out here, I had mentioned to some other photographers, look, there's a bald eagle over there. And they're like, oh, we don't care about those. We got 5 million photos of those. But me, myself, I kind of go crazy over bald eagles. I think they're super majestic. They're huge in person. And right now, right up there, he's perched. And most people driving by don't even notice him. Note to self, don't try changing your camera settings when you're sitting there waiting for a bird to take off, because then you miss it. They don't want you driving your car in this way, obviously. The Utah DWR is the one that kind of polices this area, Division of Wildlife Resources, for those of you who weren't aware. But I've never been bothered back here. I know that there are accessible gates on the south side of the complex by the Lee K shooting area. On this north side of the complex, there's 2 areas to access, but they've always been locked every time I come out here, so you always have to go in by foot. Oh, I thought I seen something. That's quite common when you're out here, or whenever I'm out. I swear, I'll see like a rock and think immediately animal, or a branch and think animal. I can't count how many times pulled over to the side of the road for like a branch or a rock, and that's what it ends up being. And of course, in classic Marcus fashion, I forgot my binoculars. I always forget something when I come out. Always. Anyways, you guys can see, just as we've walked maybe a quarter of a mile, the noise difference from all the heavy machinery, trucks, bulldozers, all that stuff by the dump side, to now we're more into the Lee K side of things, and it's a lot more quiet. You guys can probably actually hear me over what you were hearing over there is just trucks and machinery. This area in front of us, so over there beyond this little small man-made lake, is the actual dump, as you can see, and it is home to hundreds, if not thousands, of seagulls. As you know, seagulls, well, I mean, I don't know, you may or may not know this, but seagulls are the Utah state bird. Other places I've been, people considered seagull to be a trash bird, kind of a pest and annoyance. Here in Utah, they are the state bird due to the fact that the Mormon pioneers and settlers were being devastated by the locust at the time, and they were praying, and lo and behold, the seagull showed up and started eating all the locust, which was eating the crops, and saved the day. So that's the story behind why the seagull is the Utah state bird. Myself, I think seagulls are kind of trashy, but you know, whatever, teach their own. I actually seen a video the other day of a seagull eating a whole rat. Like, ugh, just gross. It was dead, of course, but yeah, seagulls, they can hold their own on their stomachs. Here in Utah right now, this winter has been super mild. Usually there's snow. Usually the little man-made lake or reservoir thing over here is iced over, but it's been very mild and very lackluster with the moisture, which worries me, because last year we got a great winter, started filling our reservoirs up. This year, I don't think we're going to be doing as hot in that regard, which is scary, because living in the western United States, Utah, Arizona, Colorado, Nevada, all those states, they're high deserts, they rely on water, they're full of people, and the industry also relies on water. I often wonder how the arid desert regions are going to support the growth in population through the next 10, 15, 20 years, or if eventually one day areas like this will become less inhabitable by people and growth will have to slow down. But I don't know. There's a sign over here. Let's go see what it says. Keep all motorized vehicles on established roadways. Climbing hills destroys valuable habitat. Help keep this trading area for future generations. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Utah state government. So straight ahead of us, we're now walking to a little nesting tower for the heron, or as I like to call them, the herald birds. Yes, I know they're called herons. They're the big birds with very long legs, very sharp, pointy beaks, and they have this nesting area out here that they've made out of what it looks like an old power pole, old radio tower. And we're gonna go over here and see if we got any birds in the nest. Looks like we have one or two maybe perched up there, but I'll show you guys this as we get a little closer. It's a pretty neat little feature. So I just got done talking to a fellow photographer named Grant. He's lived in Utah for about the past 25 years, and super nice guy. That's one of the very cool things about photography. You get two types of photographers. You get the very territorial, gearhead, show-offs that, you know, you see them in areas and they're kind of just very rude. I guess not rude, but they don't want anything to do with you. And then you get people like Grant, who you can sit there and talk to them for 30 minutes about photography and their life and everything along that, and just create a new acquaintance that hopefully becomes a friend. We both followed each other on our social medias, and he seems super cool. I'd like to get out and shoot with him. But yeah, when you're out there, if you're doing photography, or just in general, if you're out on a walk in nature, stop and talk to people. We're all so involved in our phones these days, and it's like when people are walking, they don't appreciate what's around them. And then, you know, you pass by a stranger or something, just say hello, how are you? Sometimes those people you meet can turn into lifelong friends. So it was really cool meeting Grant. Spooked the birds just a little bit. Sorry. Didn't even realize they were out here. Right now we're just chilling. This is one of the things about wildlife photography is it's like a good old Grant was saying over there, patience. You have to have a lot of patience when you're doing stuff like this. And sometimes opportunity presents itself and sometimes it doesn't. Out there in the distance, I'll show you guys. I don't know if you can see it. Well, you're definitely not going to see it with this. But there's another bald eagle up on that power pole right there. And I'm hoping that if I hang out here long enough, he'll fly this way, he or she, and we can get some photos of her or him in flight. But again, patience. Patience is a virtue, friends. They were flying low by the landfill sign. They're huge. The eagles that hang out here are the same eagles that live on Breeze Drive. I was like, this is probably their hunting grounds and their nesting grounds. There's a walking along the edge.
Yeah.
Someone became lunch up here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's bones everywhere. Let's look at the map. Map for a reason, kids.
Here, so go that way.
Just go straight.
Straight?
Yeah. Well, there he goes, right there.
Are you freaking serious?
Get him, Summer.
Ah!
Every time I bring out the GoPro, there they are.
I know.